Welcome. It's time for Friday Night Marketing. Booyah! We're gonna rock. We're gonna roll. Get real and bold. Come on, join the show now. It's about to unfold. Get raw, get real, get results now. We're the latest feel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight.
Aren't we all some part? Aren't we all? Mine just says 8.
Get real, get results now. We're the latest feel, making waves loud. On this stage, we ignite. Every Friday night, brand new fight. In the spotlight, feel the fever. Every pitch and quest. Dreams are big, get bigger tonight. Push the limits, reach new heights. So grab your seat, don't blink an eye. 'Cause Friday night will touch the sky. And now, welcome. It's time for Friday Night Marketing Raw.
Down the crows, the missus will never believe it, and I ain't looking forward to the journey home neither. Hello.
Hello. What's going
Welcome
on?
to Friday Night Marketing Raw.
Yes. We're live and raw. We're raw and
Katanga.
live.
Anyway,
It is.
yeah. And Booyakasha.
Oh, let's see here.
Or Boom Shanka, which roughly translated means, may the seed of your loins be fruitful in the belly of your woman. So,
There we go.
anyway,
All right.
we haven't.
I'm posting out.
Yeah, you're posting out, and I've just realised we haven't put the link out, which I'm about to do now.
I put it in the Friday night or in the Society 11 or the Friday night marketing. That's on there. I
Going
put
in
it on.
And I'm going to put the banner up that we normally put up as well with it scrolling on the bottom. See, we've got to do all that tonight because we're not that organised, and Kurt and I are busy having a
even
chat
though we've
about
been
the
in here for
projects
half
we're
an hour.
working on, weren't we? Talking of which, I think this is actually a nice little tale to tell. Because in a nutshell, the tale is Kurt saw a product available that offered certain facilities. So he spent a lot of money on it. It turned out that to do everything he wanted, they wanted even more money. And he went, that's a piss take. Asked for a refund and then built his own tool that does it better. And that has no ongoing costs. And we're going to show, well, we're going to kind of talk, I hope, a little bit about how Kurt achieved that, just so it inspires some other people and maybe use this and show them the example. So, and anyone that's got Snappifier,
oh yeah,
you're in for
and
a
if
treat.
you don't have Snappifier, you're still going to salivate.
You will,
because it's personalization on the umpteenth level.
Now, what we won't go into is what you use to make the code, because that's but we'll just talk about the general idea.
Yeah. Yep, we can do that. I'm open to that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, we're sponsored by Society11.com.
Yeah, we are.
Wow, I did not know that.
Are you in yet?
I don't know. I think I have to change something.
Kurt's niffling away, changing that. In a little while, we will be asking the question everyone wants an answer to. So that's coming up. We may well.
I think Tom was asking a little bit early.
Yeah, we may well also. We might see who wants a potato. I don't know.
Might not.
Depends what else happens, and it depends who else comes on. And hopefully other people will come on, because otherwise we don't want this to be our show. This was never the idea of this. We do him and I in the Society 11 thing. But anyway, we will talk for a bit about your. I'll let you tell them the story, Kurt, because you can even show the product on AppSumo that you bought, and it turned out to be.
Oh yeah. Poo. Well, it's not totally poo. Let me do this real quick.
No, but they're doing a bit of bait and switch, because in the listing for the product, it definitely says you can do it with Instagram. It's not until you bought it that you get in and they go, oh, the Instagram and Facebook bit, that's extra. And then for the same level Kurt had bought in at, and he'd spent $400 on stacking codes. To get the equivalent level with the features he needed would have been an extra $90 a month with his special discount.
Exactly, which is
well, you should just be able to sign up for a service for $90 a month that does it and not pay the $400 other dollars, or you know.
Exactly. And it's sad that it, if changes have happened to where API costs went sky high for certain places, that's understandable. But you got to update your sales material. If you're still running the offer on AppSumo needs to be notified by you, the product owner, that anything meta, you can't utilize it with it unless you pay monthly. Well, if you pay monthly, then it's junk. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not junk. It's bait and switch, as Andy was saying. So you get a big lump of money up front, and then you charge them the almost same amount monthly. And it's.
So go on then, let's rag on the product and show them what you've made.
All right. Well, first I'm going to bring up my AppSumo page here so you can see what I'm talking about. So the product is Replicute or Replic, whatever you want to call it as. And it's being promoted as a lead generation tool, specifically really good for generate thousands of personalized outreach videos to boost response rates. That's what it's being sold as. And what they show here in this video, and I'm going to mute this just for a second, is here, right here, you could see all the products that it could utilize. And it looks like TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Product Hunt, all of these. This is what it looks like. So if I was wanting to work with someone on their Facebook profile, I would choose Facebook or page, their page or group. If it's a public group or a public page, I would be able to choose it here. But there's a problem. This has all been reduced down to websites, LinkedIn, job boards, GitHub, and then everything else is locked, like you see here for SpyFu. This one's for Instagram is locked, and Amazon's locked. Well, so is Facebook. Product Hunt's no longer there. YouTube, they can't work with YouTube either. So it's just like and they all have locked symbols where you have to pay them monthly. The monthly, and I'll show you their monthly. I wonder if I still have access. Let's see. Yeah, I do. I still have access. So I'm just going to choose my template. Let's see if it works. Yep. Okay. They've taken me down, which is fine. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to come over to pricing. Now, the 3 levels, third level would be 1,500 credits a month. If I go to 1,000, which is less, it's $129 a month. If I wanted something to go above what I was actually paying for, it's $199 a month. I would have to pay that. Now, they were going to give me a 30% discount.
How generous.
And I stacked 3 codes. They didn't ask me how many I stacked. They said, oh, here's a 30% discount if you sign up. I'm not going to sign up. I'm disappointed because what you have here is nothing that I have inside of the actual product. So it's disappointing, and I asked for a refund. So as you see, it's no longer showing in my system. Or I can log in, but I don't have any more credits to show you exactly how it works. But it's disappointing. As Andy said, it was almost like bait and switch.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
You know, we discussed that earlier on our live on S11 in more detail.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that there. But we are seeing it more and more on Appsu Video. So what did you do about it, Kurt?
Well, what I did is I'm going to change a name here real quick to protect the innocent and not implicate anyone else. I'm going to share my screen here real quick again. And what I did is I created this is very similar to what they were doing. I have my speaking video right up front here. I have a call to action button, which theirs did not have on the actual video. If you notice, this is personalized to Donald Trump on this one. And it's going to scroll up, and then it's going to scroll back down again. You can see the actual personalization there with Get Access Now, Donald Trump. And then once it comes up to the top, you're going to be able to see another personalization. You can add as much personalization to this as you want. And then, of course, you see as soon as the video's done, if I click on Enable Sound, it's actually starting to play the video now. So I'm going to pause it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the name here to Andy Brocklehurst. And now it's personalized to Andy. Get Access Now. What I'm doing, and it's not difficult, but it took me about 3 hours to do this, is I am iframing a snap in the background. That's an actual page, because if I come over here, you're going to love this. And I come over to more tools and I come over to developer tools, it now goes into the mobile size of the actual page. So you're actually looking at a page layered on top of a page. That's exactly what I'm doing. And this is passing the information to the iframe in the back so it can see the information and then utilize it, which I know other tools work very well with that too, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I made it to where as soon as the video was done, it is now showing this arrow instead of relevant videos. Because of the way I'm embedding it, it will always pop up with an irrelevant video. You're also going to say, well, how you're doing a circle embed that looks like a YouTube video? I'm going to refresh. It is a YouTube video. I asked our new friend, it's a brand new friend, and it is ChatGPT 01. ChatGPT 01 gave me the actual circle player. It, as soon as the video's done, it will throw up the image. It created the enable sound button for me. So the minute I click on enable sound, the video actually restarts and starts from the beginning. It then also created this button to where as soon as the video is done, you're going to see this curly Q arrow pointing down at it. So people will be directed to click it to go over to Snapify. And yes, this is all, how should I put this in the most interesting way? It's all built inside of Snapify. The way that we have it structured is that you can do this. Now, this could be any Snapify page here in the background. All you have to do is make sure that you have the placeholders in play. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm going to refresh this. You're going to see this video right here, right? I am going to cheat. I'm going to pull this up just for a second so I can view on YouTube the live video. So give me just a second. I'm grabbing this. Okay, I'm going to pause that just for a second, come back over here, and I'm going to put in video ID equals. And now you're going to see Friday Night Marketing Raw here, because I put this as a placeholder that you could use any video. But if you don't have video ID populated, it will default to the other one. Just makes it easier for me. So I'll get rid of this again. And there we go. So we're right back to the way it was. There are many different ways that you could utilize this. But the personalization, what I've done here is this is just a generic video that says, hey, thanks for checking out Snapify. We all know that personalization is a huge deal. It increases revenue. And I talk about that. And I prove it right here by showing this personalization, how it catches your eye, how it makes you want to go over here and click this. And you can actually click that. So it just makes it nice. It makes it easy. It makes it fun as a tool that you could utilize. And you can see the time counting down, the number of people viewing the page changing. Yeah, it's just a nice, easy way to, target people and make them feel valuable. That's the whole thing about personalization. You're giving the person that you're sending the information to value, that we care enough to personalize the landing pages for them. It's the whole idea. And with that, some places have claimed up to 40% response rate.
Yeah.
Salesforce says 29% for what they do.
Yeah, I mean, and those are good stats.
Yep.
They're trustworthy stats.
Yes. So I'm in the process of making more sales pages on Snapify itself, specifically to help with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jolly nice. So basically, you ended up being disgruntled with a product you paid money for. So you made a product that was better than it, and now you've got another thing you can offer to people.
Yes. I keep adding value. Yes. Well, that's the whole thing in the game, right? The more value you add, the more, the less likely it is that people will say, your product's not worth a monthly payment, so I need to cancel it. I want it to be so valuable that they're going to give up eating steak in order to eat ramen to keep my software running for them.
There you go. You heard it here first. Don't eat steak, eat ramen, and buy Kurt's software.
That's exactly right. That's the whole idea. Do it now, move.
Yeah. So, Kurt, are you ready for us to answer a question that people want us to?
Yeah, I think I can. I think.
All right. I was just making sure that you're ready and prepared.
I'm prepared.
I know you like to be. So, for those that only tune in for this, we know that right after this you're going to fuck off. So that's fine. But here we're going to answer the question on everybody's lips.
Has George Wigan given David Kirby his money back yet?
No.
Of course
No, he hasn't. No.
And that was.
Has George Wigan given David Kirby his money back yet?
I know
Still
it's outrageous, isn't it? But he's still
no.
ridiculous.
Still no.
Anyway, there you go.
Yep. Still no. Yep. Anyway.
Anyone else going to join us and come on tonight? Or we can have an early night. I don't mind. I haven't got a lot to talk about.
Me neither. It's nice being able to just work and even showcase a little bit of what you're working on, but know that what you're doing just makes people, how should I put this in the most nicest way, wet in the pants. How about that?
Yeah.
That's
we like wet pants. Not lie. No.
Yep.
Love it. I'll tell you what I will spill the beans on. I should have mentioned this actually on the Society 11 thing, because most of the people that are involved with this are in there. But there is a lot more content about to come in the next few days, probably, on the secret project. So look out for that.
Ooh.
That was going to be one little project, and then it had to go on pause, but it's grown into a massive project. And yeah, but the thing I talked about in one of the videos on there about the whole traffic idea, I've been building that out behind the scenes, and I haven't shot video about it yet because, quite honestly, a lot of it was trial and error, and it would have been rather boring watching me go, well, that ain't fucking working. But I can actually show the finished thing. So, yes. So there's more coming on that as well. And if you're not in that project, well, it's too late because it's sold out.
It's sold out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Limited number of places. And I've got no more stock in my digital shelves. I'm sorry.
Man.
No, the plan has always been with that. When it's finished, to package it up and sell it as something else at a far higher price, and that's still the plan. But what happened is the project ended up going a totally different direction than was originally intended, and then
I know what that feels like.
Having to go on pause for a few months, and so I gave everyone in the group some bonus content to tide them over, and went, look, this will be done. It's just not going to be done the time frame we originally said. And now I've got the stuff together, working how it needs to work. I'm going to come and do videos on all of that, and then really conclude the project, basically. So in the next 30 days or so, The secret project will both see a lot more content appear and wrap up at the same time.
That is sad. Sad.
It's not sad for me. It was originally meant to wrap in like April. And here we are in September.
Yeah, I could see that.
This is real life, you know. That's what happens sometimes.
More than we realize.
Yeah. And then what else have we got coming up? I mean, you and I are working on a bunch of joint stuff. We could bore people to death talking about that, but I don't really see the point.
Yeah, I don't see a point in that.
Not unless there's something that they can learn from in the process. I don't think there is. So
right, not yet. Yeah, not yet. It's just not there yet.
That one's too infant. Kurt and I have learned a lesson though. I know. Well, we say we've learned a lesson. We probably haven't, because how many times have we said this? But we came away from Kurt like building this deal thing out, and I just went, "Wish I'd recorded that," because it was just gold. I mean, you know, I was fortunate I got to sit and see it, but I wish we recorded it. And so now what we're doing is we are starting to record our private chat sessions. Last one we ended up pausing in the middle and talked about politics for half an hour and then unpaused.
Yeah, that was because who started that anyway? I think I did.
We both do though. It's how we function though. We just riff off each other, and we're not in work mode 100% of the time. No. We did pull it back to that, and then we went, right, that's the politics done. Good, right, resume the thing. So, because we don't want to play any of that shit back. We only want to hit the market.
And that's the reason why we do it on our off time and not on a Friday Night Marketing Raw.
Yeah.
Because no politics are allowed.
Yeah, we keep this to marketing. We keep it at what it is.
That's it. But it's marketing.
Although, to be fair, I will just say this. This is not getting political, right? But the conversations we had were largely based on human psychology and spin.
Yes.
Because that's what politicians do. And we were just talking about the different angles the two parties in America are currently doing and how it relates to marketing. And we just did some other stuff that wasn't marketing related.
Correct.
But that's how it came about. And the thing is, you can look for marketing lessons in everything. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, common beliefs getting people's head get there because of spin, marketing, and that can be politicians, it can be salespeople, it doesn't matter.
And you can even get marketing done by PhD level AIs. Just letting you know that's a little secret. Because O1 has PhD level psychology. Therefore, it also has PhD level marketing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Did you read the content? Did you read those?
Look, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not saying what they teach at university at PhD level isn't good.
Right.
But we all know that 90% of what they teach in business school and at university and in college doesn't work in the real fucking world, because the real world doesn't work like that. It's all very well having those principles, but that's not how the world works. So, you know, there is the only thing I'm sometimes wary of is that sometimes we go in at we put this value on how, oh, it's PhD level, it'd be amazing. Most of my customers read at a 6th grade level. Fact.
Correct.
Why do I want to? So, you know, all I'm saying is we have to be careful about glorifying
tactics.
Yeah, it can use tactics as long as it's talking in plain English and doing the trick.
Yes, and that's what you have to direct it into is, hey, this is my audience. Yeah. I understand that you have this level of intellect for marketing and psychology. However, you have to direct it to my audience, which is at this level. And
I'm always quick to learn from anyone I can learn from, right? So I have had sit-down talks with people that have got degrees and various PhD levels in this, that, and the other. And so often you go, yeah, that's great, but that's just in practice, you try doing it. It'll work if you're a corporation, but if you're one man, one woman, a little family sat at home with your computer, you know.
Yep. One thing here, just to give you also a little peace of mind, when you're asking ChatGPT's O1 or O1 Mini, make sure to say only output the final information. Do not explain what's going on. Because if you don't, you'll have pages and pages and pages and pages and pages and pages.
Depends
and
what
pages.
you're doing it for. If you're researching and you want all the information, then
Correct.
But a lot of the time, we're getting it to write code, and we don't care how the code works. It will tell us. We need to know some basics, like what some of the things are. So, but you can ask it for that. You can say, just give me the bullets of how it works, and it will just put 10 bullet points going. This is stored in this variable. This gets put here. This gets stored here, and that is done there. And if you want to change that, it'll be this line here. And you go, great. And you can always quiz it more. If you don't do that, what you end up with is like a PhD level computer science lesson where the teacher would stand at the front, break down the code, break all the different ways of doing it down, decide which was the best. And by the time you fucked around with doing that, us kids were at the back of the class. We'd knocked up a program that worked.
ChatGPT servers are getting hit hard right now because of the new models. The new models take time to think and process and actually go through chain of thought. Some people are saying you can't see it. However, there's a caret or a chevron pointing down. If you click on it, you can actually see the chain of thought. Now, it's not as in depth as you think that's actually going on in the background, but it's giving you a summary of the chain of thought process, which is nice. I really enjoy being able to see some of that because that allows me to think how to make prompts.
Considering this week, I know that you've made code using Claude and you've made code using ChatGPT, and you've now made it using the new models of ChatGPT. Having experienced all of those, if you were forced, you could only use one. Which one would you write code with?
Right now, O1. Actually, be O1 Mini because it's fast. It's faster than Claude.
And would you say it's doing as good as Claude is doing code-wise now? Because Claude was putting out
better because of the chain of thought process that it goes through.
Right.
It's more goal-oriented than this is how I think it has to be done.
This is what we're always talking about with AI. It's like people ask questions in like our AI groups and other places. Which is the best AI for this particular job? And the answer is, honestly, it's actually a really good question you ask, because the answer is, well, I can give you an answer, but it could be different tomorrow. Less than a week ago, we were singing the praises of Claude and going, this is the most amazing thing for code. It pisses all over ChatGPT. This is like ChatGPT, when it comes to code, that had been left in the dark ages. And then a week later, try this model. Okay, now we think, and that's the way it goes. So the answer is still keep 2 subscriptions running if you need to. But I mean, I like having more than one engine I can talk to because there's a limit on tokens in the day. So.
Right. Exactly. And at the moment, it looks like ChatGPT O1 review or preview is down, but Mini's still running. So at least for me, I could have used up all my tokens for that matter. That very well could be.
I know you hit the token limit when we were doing the code the other day with Claude.
Yep.
It was frustrating, but
looks like preview is back up now. They have gotten rid of 3.5 off of ChatGPT.
Yes. Well, what was the point?
Oh, exactly. They're getting rid of 3.5 off of the API too.
It's like when Blockbuster stopped VHS and just switched to DVD. Same thing, isn't it? It's just that technology is like, fuck that now. That's like hammering and chiseling in stone compared to what we've got now. That's
exactly.
Speed at which this shit is advanced.
That's like going through the 3 DaVinci.
I just love the speed at which this is going. I mean, it is literally like we've invented a wheel, got a motor car. Like it's weeks now. We're seeing this, and all that's
motor car. The heck with that. We've got space travel.
Yeah, Yeah, but the reality is, all that's holding AI back now is the hardware to run it on. And that's why NVIDIA and all these companies are so busy building new factories at pace and putting people in them to make chips, because all that's holding it back is the processing powers and the like people are saying, oh, it's a bit slow. Yeah, because millions of people are using it.
I have O1 Preview in my playground now.
What
And
dev
in the playground.
What dev level are you in OpenAI?
5, I think.
That's why. Level 5 and above get it. I'm level 4. Because when we've done development,
I spent thousands of dollars with them too.
Yeah,
so
I'm only level 4. So and not only have you spent that, but you also have projects that go through it and we build
Correct.
out and blah
Constantly.
blah blah. So
Correct.
there's a bit of extra use there and stuff. So that's bumped you up. But yeah, I'm only on level 4, so they've not given it to me. But I'll have to wait a bit longer. But
well, I didn't have it until just now. I've looked just a little while ago.
They sent an email out yesterday, and the email said developers on level 5 or over, we're rolling it out over the next, I can't remember what they said, it might have been 72 hours. I think, again, it depends what country and what IPs and what things you're on.
Right. Yeah, usage tier 5. I'm on tier 5.
Yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, I could even bump myself up to that tier. All you've got to do is make a deposit.
Yeah, make a deposit and add a credit card for auto billing.
Yeah. And I mean, I've already got a credit card on there. I've already got auto billing, but it's set at a lower figure. If I just went on there and chucked a few hundred up in advance, even though I'm not using it all, that would push my dev level up.
Right. All hail Skynet, as Ellie says. Well, this is Strawberry or Q Star. It was originally Q Star, then they changed it, the secret name, to Strawberry. And they're using it right now to train Orion, which is going to be the one to replace it.
Does the new model know how many R's are in Strawberry?
No.
I need that. Incidentally, for those that wonder what that thing is all about, here's a really simple explanation for you. When you type into ChatGPT to do something, ChatGPT isn't interpreting English or whatever language you speak. It's breaking that down into tokens. Those tokens to a computer look like numbers, and then it's doing pattern matching and other stuff based on the numbers. If you type into ChatGPT how many R's are in the word strawberry and you space it out, S space, T space, da 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 da. Now each letter of strawberry is one token, whereas the whole word isn't. And that's why, on its best guess, and why it would even argue back, because all it's doing is pattern matching on numbers and things. And if you give it, the more tokens you give it, the better result you get back, right? Always. So if you ever, anything like spelling, where you want to know how many things are in something, the only way to do it is to space the letters out. It's a dumb thing to do anyway, because why would you do, if you type that in, you already know how to spell strawberry. So, but it was proving a point. ChatGPT doesn't count. It makes evaluations.
Yep. I'm evaluating my battery on my laptop's about dead. I may have to go in the computer room. Might have to go in my office. That was a good rant about AI.
Was on it. Quiet night though. No one else coming on tonight.
I guess not.
Well, I know Steve Mather's still getting over COVID, and if you do see this, Steve, get well soon.
Yes, and I'm getting over sinus infection too, so I'm tired.
So with that in mind, we're not going to drag it out. There are either people come on or they don't. So you know what? We're going to stop being live. We're going to say goodnight. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll be back here same time next week for some more Friday Night
back channel.
But we always tell you this show depends on people coming on. If they don't, we don't want it to be the Kurt and Andy show. So we've been here 40
We
minutes.
have that already.
We're gonna pull the plug, call it a night. Thanks for being here. Hope you got something out of what little ramblings and bollocks we did talk about. And we will see you.
Buy Snapfire. Just saying.
Yeah, buy Snapify. Definitely buy that. And we'll be back.